crazy vocalizations as well, and they would be acting extremely erratic. Just something else potentially to add to that. I'm not saying it was baboons. I just find that to be interesting.
That is a really fascinating take on that. I don't know, it kind of holds some value for me when you were talking about that. But I think it could very well be possible that what they said was wolves. Maybe they knew it wasn't wolves, or maybe the baboons got out, and they are incredibly intelligent. And if they had any kind of interaction with humans, they would probably attempt to interact with them again by opening windows or attempting to open doors. They're really intelligent.
They didn't make phone calls, but they did. They went door to door, and they put out like a public service announcement on TV. They interrupted, which was how they would get warnings like that across. The encounter I had with one, and that was the case why this thing was completely insane, was because it was kept in a cage way too small. For them to tell people to lock their doors, lock their windows, that indicates they knew that it was more than a four-legged animal.
That's a really good point. Like, why would you tell them to lock their doors and their windows and not?
Again, excellent observations. Pretty bizarre stuff. Many things could be at play, but again, it's documented that this occurred. There was newspaper clippings that Jody was able to verify, yet there is also, unfortunately, some interesting stuff that occurred, meaning when they started to take all the newspaper articles and then put them into digital format, right, or into this virtual log, all the ones that they had cut out were not included inside of these virtual and online databases. And unfortunately, some of the original newspaper clippings were lost or destroyed. Yeah, I did find that to be pretty interesting.
Well, whoever controls the information controls the narrative. So I would be suspicious of that kind of information disappearing from public view.
Right, and it makes you wonder too.
I have one more question that just popped into my head. Do we think potentially this could be maybe people thinking originally that they saw these newspaper clippings, but in actuality, they never really did? For example, like the Mandela effect. All right, I understand some people think logos look differently and things. I don't know. When I look at those look like everything I've always seen. But you have people that remember events that occurred, but then they occurred at different time frames.